Today, I have the privilege of speaking about one of the oldest, continuously inhabited, and historically significant regions of the world, Bihar. When people hear the name Bihar today, they often think of a modern Indian state. However, the history of Bihar is not merely the history of a state, it is the history of Indian civilization itself. It is the land where great empires were born, where two world religions took shape, where the world's first great residential university flourished, and where some of the greatest rulers, philosophers, economists, and scholars walked. Let us journey through nearly 5,000 years of Bihar's remarkable past. Let's start from the beginning, around 3000 years BC to 1500 years BC. Long before written history began, the fertile plains of the Ganga, Son, Gandak, and Kosi rivers attracted early human settlements. Archaeological discoveries in Kaimur Hills, Son Valley, and the plains of Bihar reveal evidence of Stone Age and Chalcolithic communities. By around 3000 BC, people had begun cultivating crops, domesticating animals, and began building permanent villages. Unlike the Indus Valley civilization, Bihar did not develop large urban centers during this period. Instead, it became a land of prosperous agricultural communities, rice cultivation, copper tools appeared, and trade routes slowly developed across eastern India. These early settlements laid the foundation of one of the history's greatest kingdoms, Magadha. Although the name Bihar belongs to a much later historical period, the geographical region has been home to human communities for thousands of years. The archaeological record reveals a slow but remarkable transformation from mobile hunter-gatherers to settled agricultural villages, and eventually to sophisticated societies that produced the kingdoms of Magadha. The teachings of Buddha and Mahavira, and the great empires that shaped Indian history. So, in this chapter, we have seen this is the first part. Stay connected. We'll be looking into the second part. Understanding Bihar's ancient past requires first understanding its land. Geography has always shaped history. The availability of water, fertile soil, forest, minerals, and natural routes of communication determines where people lived, how they earned their livelihoods, and how their societies developed. In Bihar's case, these geographical advantages transformed it into one of the great centers of civilization in southern Asia. So the first thing comes into mind is why Bihar became the cradle of civilization. So historians have often described regions such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and the Gangetic Plains as cradle of civilization because they possess the environmental conditions necessary for development of complex societies. Bihar fulfilled many of these requirements. First, its river provided reliable water and transportation. Its fertile alluvial soil supported productive agriculture. Its forests supplied food and raw materials. Its geographical location connected northern India with eastern India, Nepal, Bengal, and later the wider subcontinent through overland and riverine routes. Finally, the region possessed enough natural diversity to sustain growing population over many generations. These advantages did not immediately produce kingdoms or cities. Civilizations developed gradually. Small villages evolve into larger settlements. Settlement becomes town. Town becomes political centers. Over centuries and millennia, this long process eventually gives rise to a powerful status such as Magadha, one of the greatest kingdoms in Indian ancient history. Thus, the greatness of Bihar did not emerge suddenly during the time of Chandragupta Maurya or Emperor Ashoka. Its foundation were laid thousands of years earlier by anonymous farming communities, hunters, fishers, artisans, and village builders, whose names are now lost to history, but those labors shaped the future of the region. The story of Bihar begins not with kings or battles, but with the land itself. Rivers flowing from Himalayas, fertile plains renewed by annual floods, dense forests rich in natural resources, and a climate favorable to agriculture created one of the most hospitable environments for early human settlements in South Asia. Although the name Bihar belongs to a much later historical period, the geographical region has home to human communities for thousands of years.